Hello, and welcome back to Nirvana Initiative. Where did that cable go? There it went. Okay. Got it. Alright, so. I might need to adjust the game audio. Did I adjust it yesterday? I don't remember if I did. Maybe it's fine. No, I don't think I did. I don't think I touched it yesterday. So it's probably fine. Anyway. Load it. Yeah, the manual save would probably be what I want. I think that one's a little, yeah, it's like 10 minutes farther.
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
The bat's 490 code. I solved it.
The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
Okay then, let's begin.
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Shikara.
Yes. that's the part they decided to end on. Alright then. What is common about internet idols? I want to say it. I don't want to say it. I really want to say it. Not really. What? What? What does that mean? What does any of this mean? Not really. Then I'll say it, E. Live streams have horizontally inverted images. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know what that means exactly. But sure. Anyway. Right, I examined everything here, and all there was left was... I didn't examine the lights, I guess. Lights hanging from the ceiling. What was left was to talk to you two. I'm guessing you don't have much that's super important to say, but... It's Tokiko's secretary, Mamoru. Hold on one second. Is this true, streamer? Yes, my entire stream is horizontally inverted. That's my secret. You're Tokiko's secretary?
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard.
Oh,
I used
auto's
to be a
turned off for some
bodyguard
reason.
for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage. I slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
Say something funny.
Something funny. There, I said it.
Oh. I thought I was going to say something funny.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
Okay, about nice.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really.
I mean, I guess you wouldn't. Don't want to do wink sync right now. How'd you end up here? About past 490, what were you doing around 6 a.m. on the night? How did you end up here, I mean? It's Tokiko Shigeru, the president of the Nice Japan branch. How did you end up here, whatever that means?
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, NICE is a secret organization hidden from the public.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Okay, well, thanks. About Nice.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of NICE, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing.
Okay, but
Nyes
what
is
are
a
you?
perfectly legitimate ideological society.
All right, well,
Our
that
headquarters are
sounds like an
located in New
oxymoron, but
York,
okay.
with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch.
As an ideological society, we're a totally legit cult.
This is a common misconception, but Nyes is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals
Uh-huh.
who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
Yeah, that doesn't sound weird at all.
Is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Well, I guess
Yes.
she's not wrong.
It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hag has completely lost it.
Yeah, I don't... It's like, how will you tear the seams of the world?
The intersection between the warp and weft.
The
That's
weft?
where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
What's on the
You
white?
will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
Sure.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Are you about to start doing jutsus? Can you show me the hand sign again? Hand sign is supposed to be that symbol behind Tokiko. Can you show me again? She has a lot of patience. Show me one more time. Yeah, alright. Okay. What are we doing around 6 a.m. on the 9th?
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location.
I'm guessing that
It's
story
true
checks
that
out.
Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
I guess. About Bats 490.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game, but there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into Nyes.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to Nyes. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
You know what I just now realized? Like I somehow only just now. This is an office. Like I thought this was like the lobby. And then I thought I was like, wait, there's no door leading anywhere else except maybe right behind me, but that would be just the way I came in. But like, yeah, I was like, wait, shouldn't there be like a door right here, like leading like to an elevator or something to like the actual like head office? It's like, wait, no, there isn't. About Chikara.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
Yes.
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Chikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see.
Okay, about your relationship with Chikara.
Chikara is a former member of Nyes, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
I'm sorry?
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from Nyes. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious
Didn't
sect,
you say?
whereas we are an ideological society.
Sounds like it.
Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Totally not
Then
a
how
religion.
did Takara know that Nyes created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from Nyes. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyr?
Frey. I thought I heard that somewhere before. There was that
I
the
am
QR
asking
code thing.
the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
A Freyr? Living on a Freyr? No. No?
I see. Then I must have been mistaken.
What is a Freyr? Frey. Right. I remember now.
I was like,
It
you
was
should
written
know.
on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed
Sounds like
on
you
that
might know
sign
something about it, though.
must be a coincidence.
I don't
That
believe
can't
you.
be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can.
It can,
After all,
but I
we are
think you're
living in
lying.
Nothing but a simulation, a false world created by a program, and such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches, proof of imperfection,
A coincidence
of the seams.
is a proof.
The
It's,
appearance of Jin's
whenever a
corpse is
coincidence
also
happens,
likely
it's
to be an
proof that
example
the
of
world is a
such
simulation,
phenomenon.
I guess.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
I don't think I
It's a top-secret
am.
military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943.
What is that image?
A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with Will.
Yeah, it's like it's like, is this a thing that happened? Because I don't think I've ever heard of this. Relayed Thomas' story
Yes,
directly to Tokyo.
Exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
Okay. Well, I didn't do the wink sync thing. I thought that was going to be I thought it was going to make me do that at the end, but I guess not. Part of the ship, part of the crew. Davy Jones is behind this. I knew it.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay.
Where'd you get that from? Don't answer that. Oh, I thought the game blue screen for a second. like is that just does that?
What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio De Vita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Virtual reality activation. Okay. The VR allows you to walk around the scene and gather information. Time of special vision modes, such as X-ray mode, can be applied to everything. By changing the special mode, what you can inspect will change. Utilize this to find the hidden information. I see. So,
Wow.
X-ray,
You
okay.
can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
Well, I'm seeing weird things over there, and over there.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
Rigor mortis is already fading, and the body had somewhat softened by the time it was found.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray.
I guess X-ray the sign.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
What's going
There's a
on
bit
with
of a
this?
curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Like
Couldn't
his
you have
finger.
compared it to a fish hook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
No.
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
What did you mean? The signboard was stuck at the corpse, so it's difficult to remove. Okay. Why does it look like there are other, like,
What's
little
this?
pegs or something?
There's something inside the body.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium
Oh, there's
chloride, sulfur,
something
and
else
red
there.
phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily.
Okay.
The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Inside the corpse is fuel that goes off when, with even the slightest impact, a fuse and a substance that causes a thermite reaction. Okay, then. What's on the monitor? There's a big monitor
Looks like
here.
it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
Okay. Camera. That body was shown to the entire world through this camera. Nothing special about the other cameras, I guess. Electric kettle
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
would make sense. Hold mode list. Oh, that's weird. Holding L3 feels very strange to do. It's the podium used by the quiz show host. This one. It may be TV logo on a
The
huge
questions
monitor.
for the quiz also show up here too. Huh.
Also, too. It's a seat for the quiz show contestants. Well, I guess the only other thing to check is whatever's going on over here. Set us full of dazzling
These
lights.
aren't good for much other than for show.
What's going on back there? I can see the back of the set. There are a bunch of mannequins here. Hmm. Another seat. More mannequins back there, I guess. It's a monitor for checking yourself before you're wrecking yourself.
It's a signboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this? Getting a better look at it. It looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT.
A what?
Or carbon nanotube.
I see.
Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
I'm not sure. Up there, I guess. Or down there.
That way. Over by that red lamp.
Okay. But first, what kind of experience do you need to write a light novel? Write tons of lines, talent is everything, disarming a military base alone. Or read tons of books. Disarming a military base alone. Yeah, that seems like that's what you need. Did it 3 times-y. Tokiko, 53. She doesn't look 53. Likes flow of water, flow of time, X. Diamond shapes, bugs, glitches. Dislikes nothing. There's nothing she doesn't like. Okay. Hobbies, simulation theory research. Skills, prophecy. Sure. President of NICE Japan, a believer in simulation theory, she sincerely believes that the world she lives in is fake and was created by someone. She has no interest in living a long life in this world. Age unknown, apparently. Tokiko's secretary bodyguard. Likes Tokiko, dislikes manliness, testosterone. What? Okay. Hobbies, making scrapbooks from tabloid magazines. Skills, self-defense, martial arts. Previously worked under Sosejima, but is now the secretary and bodyguard of Tokiko Shigure, the president of NICE Japan. Not the best personality, but is loyal to his employer. Rigor mortis softening. Thomas explaining a corpse softener for rigor mortis. I was usage example. I was watching porn yesterday when my mom walked in. I went from rigor mortis to soft in an instant. It's not. I don't think that's how you use that, but okay. It's weird that this doesn't. Oh wait, no. I think this does have a light over it. I just can't see it because it matches the color of the book. Okay, well. So that was... Oh, it was coming over here. I thought it was the opposite wall.
What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
The CNT extending from the corpse was threaded through the ceiling beam and tied to the light switch. Have we more or less found all we need to find? Kinda seems like it.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, not that much. The truth reenactment allows you to find the truth of the information you've gathered. Answer Thomas' questions with the best answer. Only by correctly answering your questions will the truth be reenacted.
Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
How did the lights get turned off? It was the light switch.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else.
So you do need to overthink it. CNT extending from the corpse.
Bundled CNTs tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
Ceiling beams are damaged. The culprit dropped it from above. The CNT attached to the switch was pulled. The rigor mortis softened. The rigor mortis? I don't know that that would be a factor here. Culprit dropped it from
The
above?
culprit must have been hiding up in the ceiling, and when the time was right, they dropped the corpse.
A simple answer, but no. I've already confirmed that no one was up there.
Okay.
Can you think of some other way?
CNT to the attached to the switch was pulled.
The CNT extended from the corpse to the light switch, so the corpse would fall if you tugged on the CNT.
But that would mean someone was near the light switch. There wasn't anyone around it at the time. Let's try again.
I guess not that either. The rigor mortis softened. I don't see how that would make any sense, but sure.
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down.
Is that how that works?
Now, for the final question. Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
The signboard is stuck deep in the corpse. So, how did the body burn?
Maybe the signboard was a bomb.
What?
Probably not.
It's because of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
We've almost done it.
I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm
Okay.
in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting. So keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
Maybe.
But
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Macademy?
Academy? Like the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready?
No, it's the McDonald's Academy.
Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Good old corpse show. Who doesn't
Not
love a good
only is
corpse
your
show?
acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well,
Up there.
it was right here.
I was like, they're not
The
gonna
body
ask
was
me to like
placed
answer
so
these
it was
questions
hung
again,
on
are
the
they?
bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light.
I wonder if that's even
Carbon
true.
nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon.
What is this
It
dance
needs
you're
to be
doing?
Soft and squishy, like an octopus.
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You should just cut out this entire scenario.
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
Yet the body stayed completely straight. We didn't have time to animate it.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives. And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion.
Cut! Good work. I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still
Is
don't
it good
understand
footage?
why the acting was necessary.
Oh, right, we were here. I forgot. So does that really tell us anything,
All
though?
makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
The thing is, though, like, also the body also would have had to have not made sure they would have had to somehow make sure that the body wouldn't bleed. Presumably, it was drained of blood or something. I don't know. Tom is standing there, or so it seems. About the reason the corpse's cross-section was facing downward. Why did the corpse... yeah, sure. Why not that one?
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yeah, it would have just looked kind of awkward.
Like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
This is not.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Oh.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign.
Oh, okay.
It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
Okay. Why did the culprit blow up the corpse?
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
CNT is highly flammable carbon material. It doesn't stand a chance
So,
against
to wrap it all up,
3,000 degree temperature, but it bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flame. Cool.
the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet.
I was going to say, hasn't it? But oh, right.
People who might have the intel we need is
That was
the number one
that's
rule
6
of
years later.
investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Shinpei Wagai.
Right.
Oh, right, he was the director.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the Maid Cafe Sunfish Pocket.
Yep, okay. I guess we are going there now then. Sunfish Pocket. Okay. Rather late. Guess this place is open late.
There he is!
Ah, shit.
Damn!
Well. Alright, gotta run in slow motion. Yeah. We're fine. Don't worry, I know how to dodge bullets. Either that or he's just a terrible shot. What if that, like, hit someone else, though? Like, that would be a problem.
Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
There are?
Apology is not gonna cut it.
There, suddenly it was
People have
empty.
called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
No?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail! That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either.
I heard
All
that
my
name somewhere.
contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said,
Want to borrow your studio for an hour or so on the 10th before you start preparing for the stream. Do not let anyone near the studio during this time. That includes you. All you need to do is keep the entrance unlocked. That's all. I'll pay you 5 million. If everything goes well, I'll pay you on the night of the 11th. How would you even know that you could trust him?
This terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Come to Class 3A at Sekiba High. You'll get your money there.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
Should we confiscate his phone? Maybe. Well, I'm sure that's fine.
Institute of Genetics.
That's
Chikara
normal,
Horidori.
right?
No way. It can't be.
How is he like stuck to it though? Well, anyway, chapter 2, nothing to be done. All right. Next day.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
He doesn't seem super
I
okay.
feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then.
Also, dropped frames at some point.
It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course.
Is that how that
When I was a
works?
student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
You know, I'm gonna say that none of that is accurate at all, probably. What chocolate do you like? Bonbon de chocolat, ganache, Kianduja, and a chocolate bar. Sure. It's a chocolate with a cute drawing, or naughty. Apparently that's crazy that I like chocolate bars. That's completely insane. What kind of madman eats chocolate bars? The student's desk, nothing that might lead to a clue.
Ryuki, can you not rub your face on it?
I can not do that. The student's chair, nothing really of note. Your locker's lined up here, nothing suspicious inside. It's a blackboard, there's nothing particularly suspicious about it. It's a window. It's a monitor used for class. Teacher's desk, nothing suspicious about it. The door, it's the door to the classroom. Alright, well, the corpse.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th. Right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Okay. Chikara's right side, the cut part is right up against the blackboard.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What would that be?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that
What?
it has no guts!
What?
I'm freaked out by how horrendously terrible that was.
The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
I mean, that is weird. The reason
Looks
the
like
corpse
there aren't any other clues here.
The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Is that how that? You can just do that? If you cut someone in half and take out their organs, can you stick them up on a wall? I don't know. I don't plan on testing that anytime soon.
Well, satisfied?
You seemed real hesitant to show me that, and then suddenly you're, like, making jokes about the corpse. What about the security cameras at Seki Bahai? Is here a culprit? About the 9 lashes terrorist at Shinpei? What about the security cameras?
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
Is terror the culprit?
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Not that we know who that
Who
is.
is this terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I get the feeling that's not what happened,
But it's
but I
possible.
don't know. But I'm sure she knows more than she's letting on about the Nile message terror sent Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
Wouldn't be surprised.
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
And then she'll also be dead.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Alright.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
Of course.
What do you mean?
I knew you would come see me.
Why? How? Okay. How's it going? Anything suspicious about Tokyo? About this room?
As you know, this is the president's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes. The flow of water cleanses one's...
Why not make the room
Just
completely
like the flow
submerged in
of
water then? That'd probably like create some problems, I would think, but you know, just do it anyway. Why the sunglasses?
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What?
What a degenerate.
Anything suspicious about Tokiko?
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Yeah.
Alright. If you respect her so much, why don't you marry her? Do you know someone named Shinpei Wagai about Chikara's murder? Jin's right half didn't teleport. You know someone named Shinpei Wagai?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes.
The
This is
news?
about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that?
What about
All the
what do you mean
pieces could fit
misunderstanding?
Together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing
Could
that
also be
sign
that
along with
someone's
the
framing
corpse
them,
on
but
stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place?
you think
Are
I
you
know?
saying there is some message urging people to join Nyes in it?
I'm sure there's something in it. About Chikara's murder.
I know of the incident, of course. However,
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of Nyes. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and Nyes are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps Nyes and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that Nyes and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
Okay. What did Nyes and the Order of Percent believe in? Also, what
We
is
are
with that
living in
name?
a simulation, a false world.
I see.
And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That.
How
is
do
what
you
Nyes
come to
believes.
start believing this?
On the other hand, the Order of Percent.
I don't even like it.
We are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it. Forever.
Forever.
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
All the
A
time.
game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go.
Of
An
debris.
absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Never.
Then
Not even once. Who would do
understand.
such a thing?
If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
About Chikara's research on immortality.
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
Okay.
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false.
Clearly.
The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it.
Sure. Show me.
Theory of relativity. The measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
I wanted you to show me something I actually understand. The Swedish philosophers claim, the holographic principle, the processing speed problem, the Swedish philosophers claim.
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And
When you
by
say
this world,
okay.
I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there.
So you do not
probably.
mean Earth, because I was like,
I
if you mean on
agree.
Earth, then that's
Taking
a
that into
bizarre thing to say.
consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He
Why would
further
that be likely?
explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Sure. Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe the simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of this Matryoshka aspect. Yeah, that's weird. I'm getting sleepy. The holographic principle?
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that
Which
character
one?
falls,
Oh no!
he
Look at this
must be
legally distinct character.
overwhelmed by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world. Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
Okay, that's a nice watch. Processing speed problem?
Say this world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double slit experiment.
Ah, yes, the
Quantum
double
matter
slit
appears
experiment,
as
of course.
particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave.
Of
Therefore,
course,
it must
yes.
be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Okay. Let me explain the double slit experiment. We shoot a ray of light toward a board with two slits with a screen behind it. This causes the rays to be distorted to look like stripes. This is because light has the property of a wave. Then what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? Light molecules will show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing this, the stripes reappear. Why is this? Light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecule went through. This caused the stripes to disappear, and only two lines appeared on the screen. Isn't that interesting? When it's not being observed, they appear as waves, but as soon as you try to observe it, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem in molecular theory. Yeah, I totally understood what I just read. This is a bit too complicated for me.
I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true.
Nah,
But
there
unlike
is much
Chikara,
denying it.
I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide.
I'm just gonna
though I
drink
would be
this
fine
special
with dying at
punch
any time.
Because this world
that
isn't
will
real.
take me out of the
There is
simulation.
that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
Okay.
We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation, or even bringing someone
You look
who is
very
already
sane right now.
passed back to life.
Has this woman lost it?
I don't think she ever had it.
Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
I mean, that was already the
Yeah.
case.
Let's check with Winksink.
Samara, Tokiko's secretary and bodyguard, an absolute pervert wearing a black bra on his face. Okay.
The symbol of Nyes, the non-upal X. There are 4 unseen X's hidden within. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is yet another meaning inside the non-upal X.
Alright. I'm gonna check on this thing. Where is the mecca of otakus? Ikebukuro, Nakano, Ariake, or Akihabara? I think it's Akihabara. Sunfish Pocket E. Okay. Sure. 4 unseen X's. It's a pond. I'm not gonna go around looking at every little thing. Shattered into pieces. Okay, well, Tokiko. Wink sync. JoJo pose.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through Wink Sync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sync.
Do we... Can we just bring her in? Just like that? I guess. Oh boy.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I meant from boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you...
I'm sure this will be fine.
Fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay.
Alright, see ya in 15 minutes. Whoops. I don't accidentally hit that. There it goes. Took its time. It appeared to be in the office or in the world of Super Hot. Maybe both.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for Nyes.
What?
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
A. Angry. I. Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Of course.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Alright, you really don't
Angered
seem
by
okay.
humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Somnium scan, activate!
Interlock 1 is the water. The water that's not there. Interlock 2, okay, for a second I thought it was just going to be invisible. When did you get here? Stare into Tokiko's abyss. It seems like Tokiko was threatening someone by peeking into her mind's abyss. You might discover something.
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
Okay. It is very quiet. Worried about life? Yes. Yes, very.
Worried about school?
I thought you said whether or not I was worried about life. No.
Worried about health?
Yep, that's right.
Should I even ask about anything?
Please listen. It's dire. Please leave me alone. It's not like that. It's dire. It's
I
bad.
guess
It's
that's
real bad.
possible. It's fine. I'll always be by your side.
No, you won't.
Ryuki, Mizuki, Aiba, and everyone else is always on your side.
Ryuki?
You'll get better. Believe in yourself. Don't give up. I'll say it again.
I thought you were talking to
You'll
Ryuki.
Get better. It might be tough, but you're strong. You can make it through.
Sure. New dress up. Costumes are available for previously cleared scenes.
It's
I can get Ryuki's
can't
clothes.
do that either.
And cat ears.
Meow meow.
Okay, don't do that, please. Don't have a costume for this category. Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Early bit.
That's fine. I could do, yeah, sure, no hat. Why not? No one really talks with their friends. Well,
No one really talks with their friends about what they saw on TV last night anymore, huh?
Even if they did, you don't have friends anyway.
got him.
How about I take it all off instead?
I'm sorry? That is not what we're here for. Yeah, go for no. Do not encourage her. Gonna save just in case. Just in case, you know. Just in case the bad things happen. I actually need to take care of a couple things real quick. I wasn't prepared to go to intermission, but I can. I will do that. Okay. So, yeah, that works. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go to intermission. I'll be back in like in a bit. I'm not going to give a time frame. Back in a bit. I need to do some things. I'll do those things and I'll be back. Yeah. See you in a bit. All right. All right, I'm back. So I keep dropping frames. I don't know what I don't know what the deal is with that. That's odd. Anyway. This thing's... When you think of Akiba, what do you think of? Maid Cafe, Odin Can, Biradori, or electronics store? Odin Can. You understand, E? We're having dinner together, E. Evolve to Mama, E. Okay. Alright. Sure. Sure. Anyway, yeah, we got no lock info. I got nothing. Nothing to go on. Yeah, as far as I can tell, we just need to do this. Inspect this.
A book of nice teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join NICE to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book.
Oh, for a second I thought that was going to go all the way to the lock. I was like, what? All of, into, and the R2. Yes, of course. Grab that.
That's
100 eyeballs gained. Apparently there are 5 of those in each thing, but I have not been seeing them. So I've only ever found 1 in each, so I don't know what the deal is there. Inspect.
When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That is what she said
Exactly
before.
what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her Somnium, it must hold some significance.
That's just what we saw in the wing sink.
Uh-huh. They're having a staring contest. Yeah, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So she got split in half like an anime villain. Okay, okay. Well then. Ah, yes, it's, is that water even that deep? I don't think it's... Well then, saw the seam. Okay. All of into her writing and the R2.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this Somnium has to do with what we found in the Nye's book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious thing is...
I'm sure it'll be relevant. I'm not sure how much it'll help us.
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
I mean, that looks like something there.
Let's dive in.
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah.
Dive into the blood.
Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And red. What if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine.
Why do you always gain this weird confidence during sinks?
You can swim around underwater. Underwater movement will also progress time. Okay. How do I... Oh, I see. It doesn't seem to matter how much I move. Okay.
That was surprising. All of a sudden,
Well,
we're
that's...
out of the
that
water.
looks gross.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room.
Or is it?
Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out.
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
I don't remember that part.
Black light gathers.
You know,
Whoa.
I...
Skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Don't you just occasionally think about skulls?
Wait, I sense something.
What is this thing?
Huh. They're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black.
Not the blood though. Not
Let's
the
just search the
blood
room for
pond.
now.
Yeah. If we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
Okay. All of into her writing and the are to those teachings. Okay, there's a lot of skulls there. I don't think those are gonna be helpful to me. Think harder. Oh, there's another one.
Is that?
Hello, sir.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
You?
This one is bigger and misshapen.
Again?
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Yes, of course. Don't do all this to tell me Gin is dead. Maybe Gin was never alive.
I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
After the sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Tokiko has, and within. Sure. What was that one kid?
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
She's his mother.
Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here I go.
Or does that waterfall drop off? Don't worry about that. Yeah, I can't. Once I'm in here, I can't get out, actually. Well, on the other side now. But is this room, like, completely submerged or something?
It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
Maybe. Well, what's going on there? There's, okay, that looks odd.
It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time.
Hands! Yes, the
It's
hands.
a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out.
All of into her writing and are strongly tied to those teachings. Is there anything behind the chair again? Okay. What's going on there? Yeah, there's something there, but how do I... Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Okay, think harder. I've already forgotten.
Where the water and ideas flow, love is born. What does where the water and ideas flow mean?
This room is submerged, so maybe the water has a current to it.
It
Kinda like
does.
those lazy rivers at water parks.
I've never been to one.
Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, I figure the water must be going somewhere.
So if we go with the flow, love will be born?
Well, it's the only hint we have. Let's figure out where the water goes.
All of her ideas are poured into her writing and are strongly tied to those teachings.
4 minutes remaining.
Epiphany. Well, I mean, there
What
is a
should I
thing coming
check?
here.
High five?
When in Rome, how about making the same hand sign?
All right.
Huh? The light is gone. Maybe we did something wrong?
Anyway,
Maybe
let's
we
check
did
the
something
others.
right. Tokiko has, and completely within. There's that statue. I don't think that's anything to do with that. That's coming here.
It lit up.
This world is a lie. Do you understand?
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like
Would
she
make
was
sense.
talking to someone.
Tokiko has, and resides completely within. I guess we're not quite done yet.
Too bright.
It's settled. You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
I mean, she could be. She's probably not, but she could be. Tokiko has lost and resides completely within. Whoops. Oh no, it's one of those things where I forgot what game I'm playing, and triangle's not
Get
the
it
button to
together,
ascend.
Ryuki.
That's not the jump button. I looked at this one. Oh, I think I need to do them in order. That's why.
Let's transcend this world together.
Wait.
I
She must
did
be
the first
talking
two in
to
order by accident.
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
What's you good there? No? Okay, alright.
What's going on?
He is clipping into the environment is what's going on. He's fine though. Okay. So again in Shoma.
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that.
Oh no. It's the drowning men.
It looks painful.
You're drowning man, not nearly as popular as Burning Man.
Follow it.
Didn't last very long. Because of all the drowning, you see. As though to imply that people get burned alive at Burning Man or something? I don't think that's what they do. I've never been there. I'm pretty sure they don't burn anyone. If they did, I would think I would have. I would think I would have heard about that. Not anymore. They don't. Oh, I see.
It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
Where? Okay, so where am I? I am sort of on the floor.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death? Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on eyes.
Oh, there's an eyeball.
The
There
book
are some
and
eyes.
an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then
You'll be fine.
the eyes are met is...
That just means you'll summon Deathborn and you need to win an F-Zero race. All of her ideas are poured into her writing, and the rules of this dream are strongly tied to those teachings. Alright, eyeball B.
Big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be?
Flip, poke eyes. How about poke eyes?
Ow!
Oh no.
Well, thanks. That was pointless.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Can you do it again?
Yeah,
I
do it again.
said it's pointless. Focus, Ryuki.
It seems Tokiko's. Yes.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
Red book C. Is there a thing behind the chair again? There is indeed.
This.
An eyeball.
Hmm. Let's flip it.
Is this what eyes meeting means?
Digging deeper, it seems Tokiko's. Sure. Okay. Don't think I need to touch that one. That's an interesting camera angle. I just need to see the thing that I'm actually trying to go to. Yeah, is it right? There we go.
An eyeball.
Flip it.
And spin.
I set the eyes to face each other.
It's all the game's fault. It is absolutely the game's fault. Digging deeper, it seems Tokiko's thoughts are more clear.
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
Need to make sure I don't touch the lasers. This is taking some time.
It's a red book of nice teachings.
It has an eye symbol.
It's filled with eyes.
Eyes on the inside. Flip it.
How about this?
It's just a cover.
Nope. Nothing is happening.
Tokiko is lost, and her mind resides completely within. You again. What's your favorite character in Wizard of Oz? Scarecrow, Lumberjack, Oz, Lion. Lumberjack? I love that Lumberjack. I want a heart, but doesn't feeling like that mean you have a heart? Does it?
A red book.
I mean, something tells me, like, the fact that it's the way that it is. I would think it's probably, Okay. The fact that it had that thing there made me figure. That was probably an important option.
So, did we make the eyes meet?
Seems like it. Tokiko has lost all sense of emotion, and her mind resides completely within. There are timies with negative effects. Negative timies spend time and are forced to be used. If you get one, so be careful.
30 seconds left.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
The red book. This book is closed.
Open or flip it? Well, this is gonna be a problem no matter what I do. Open it.
I'm gonna open it. There are eye symbols on the left and right pages.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
It might be related to when the eyes are met, death is born.
Tokiko has lost all sense of emotion, and her mind resides completely within Nirvana. That's...
Ryuki, you're out of time.
It's not much of a hint.
A closed.
We got all the keys, I guess. Alright.
Almost time, Ryuki.
No, we're fine.
Already? We haven't even gotten close to the truth.
Or maybe we are close.
Tokiko.
Maybe. You know what? Let's not restart all the way. Let's go back here.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
How do I...
Maybe the key to solving this Somnium has...
Isn't there a button to just, like, skip everything? I guess not right now.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I could have sworn there was, like, a button. Okay, yeah, it's R2. I don't know why it wasn't letting me skip that. I need to get the eyeball again. Nope. We're good there.
This one's not just where the...
Whoa.
Oh, right. What am I doing? I think it was this one. It'd be kind of nice if we could just, you know, like, completely skip it, but...
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
Is this the underwater room? Yeah, okay. Right, so... Oh, wait, I have to read the book first, I guess. This one, I don't have a choice. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, that's fine, don't worry about it.
When in Rome.
It lit up.
This world is...
What's that?
It sounded...
Guess there was a part of that was technically new dialogue, but yeah, it's fine. Alright, and then he did his weird growing thing.
Four
Down
minutes
to where
remaining.
the drowning men went. it takes so long to descend. And as far as I know, there's no way to make it go any faster. Just gotta wait. Alright. Eyeballs. Make the eyeballs face each other. Flip it.
An eyeball.
Nope, that one doesn't need to. What would happen if I did poke that one, though? Probably nothing especially interesting. You know what? While I'm here, I should... What?
The red book. This book is closed.
Should open this while I'm here.
Open. There are 2 eyes. Ryuki, if you're stuck, why don't you read the first book again?
Okay, that one doesn't do anything right now, I guess. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure there's no way to make this go any faster.
A close.
Nope, making those stare at each other does not seem to matter. Oh, or close it. I guess.
A red.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be
Pretty sure
careful.
that's way more than what I had last time, so...
Got it.
Close it.
This should do it.
What should it do? Ah, there's another
New
book.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Death. Tama, let's check that
Reading
out.
kills, that's the lesson to be learned. Reading
It's a
kills
new
kids,
this
don't
time.
read.
It's closed.
Open it again. Suppose so.
Huh? A mirror.
For a second I thought she was in a wheelchair, which I guess you could argue that is a wheelchair of sorts. It is a chair with wheels. You just doing that out the window? Just for fun? Okay. She loves watching the drowning men.
What was that?
So many people. What is Tokiko thinking?
Probably a lot of things. A lot of strange things. As the water is draining out.
So you want me to dive in again?
Yes.
Tama, go!
Jump in the hole. If James can do it, so can you. Where are we going? Could you imagine I just like lose a life or something?
Thought I was gonna fall.
Like, I didn't know this
forever.
game had
You
lives.
got some balls, Tama.
Thanks. But there's nothing here.
Doesn't look like we can learn anything here.
Hmm? That's...
That's probably a book.
At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born.
Yes, of course. Oh no, she's sad. Okay. Is she gonna throw those X's at me?
Manipul X. There's something there.
Let's go.
Do we need to swim again for some reason?
You have less than a minute left. Hurry!
Hopefully I can, like, get there?
"30 seconds left.
Because as of right now, it's seeming like it's not going to... It seems like I don't have enough time. Maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah,
Ryuki, you're out of time.
No, it's fine. We've got plenty of time. I actually... Why is it so far away?
It's almost time, Ryuki.
Okay.
Alright, okay.
Or not. I'm unclear on what exactly I did wrong there. Okay, just go ahead and restart, I guess. Like, it seems like I need to do this pretty much perfectly, or else I actually don't have enough time to even complete it. I think I can skip the eyeballs, right? Yeah, they're not here. Well, okay, well that's not even like a matter of doing that perfectly. Those just aren't here now. Alright. Into the blood pool now. It's weird that it makes me keep reading that.
That was...
Okay. He was not having a good time, then he turned to stone. Alright, down again. To the underwater portion. Right, so I have to grab that book first.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes remaining.
How should I...
When in Ro-
Okay, what was, right. Is that one? And this one. Okay. It doesn't seem to matter whether I like move while I'm ascending or descending either. It does what it's gonna do regardless. So skip this.
4 minutes remaining.
Okay, make sure to do this correctly. Flip it.
It hasn't.
Close it. Yeah.
You have 3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
And sure, just go ahead and do that because otherwise it's not really gonna get used. Open it, right? Yeah, I don't think flipping it does anything. Would it be... No, I was gonna say, would it be any faster to flip it than open it, but no, it wouldn't. It would just give me the 1 second thing that I wouldn't be able to use, so... Anyway. Water drains. And nothing else here. Jump in the hole. And the time keeps going when you're falling, I guess. Even though I'm not manually moving during that.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
Okay. I think we're fine this time. Maybe. We'll see. This is a set 27 seconds. I have to go forward, then I have to go up a bit. Go up so slowly. There we go.
I'm going to open it.
You do that, please.
Is it some kind of planning sheet? It says Nirvana Initiative.
She said the thing.
Nirvana Initiative.
The thing.
No good. There's too much blacked out.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Isn't there anything else?
Ryuki, we're almost out of time.
Wait. Try reading more of it.
Pewter, please.
Found a mysterious planning document. Well then. Got a trophy. Go. Are we gonna play Go? I don't think we're gonna play Go.
Miss Shigure, I've taken a look inside your mind, using this machine.
You know, as you do. Where to go drink? Roppongi, Ginza, Nichome, or Shinbashi? You go to Shinbashi and bash those shins. A stereotypical salaryman, there are tons of good stores, I guess. Okay. Always takes a while. Class up. C1, mermaid outfit and cat paws and tail. Oh no. Encode. Tell me what encode means. To codify, turn into symbols. This means all information in existence is recorded on a flat surface. Your 2D waifu was closer than you thought. Oh, then. No, there's manual, right. It might be a brightness, or... I don't know, maybe this is also oversaturated. Maybe that's partially why I can't see it. Although, I don't know. I don't know if that would matter. Computer's in the control room. Where is boss?
I haven't seen her. She probably hasn't arrived at Abyss HQ yet.
About that Somnium.
You don't have to explain. The images shown in Somnium are all displayed here in the control room.
How convenient.
Tokiko Shigure is not a suspect. We can't detain her without clear grounds to do so.
So we have to release her.
I don't think anything in the Somnium is, like, admissible evidence. Tokiko standing there, she doesn't seem phased. About Gen, about Shoma. What is the Nirvana show? How about Gen?
Do you know someone named Gen Ishiagane? He appeared in your dream.
Is she just going to not speak to me? About Shoma.
Shoma Enda. I know you know about him. Can you tell me about your relationship with him?
Nope. What is the Nirvana initiative?
The Nirvana Initiative. Is it some sort of plan?
You will still not speak to me. Alright.
It seems you have many questions for me, but I apologize. I'm afraid I have prior engagements.
It's not how this works.
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight? I would be happy to share more information with you then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Why did you even come here? Like, why did you agree to come here and then, like, I'm not gonna actually say anything, though? Like, why not just say, no, I'm not coming?
Wait, where's Pewter?
He went to see Tokiko off.
I see. So, what do I do now?
Figure that out yourself.
Well... Go eat pancakes, ask to tie me up in a tortoiseshell rope binding? Become a Major League ball player, go see Gen and Shoma. Delicious pancakes.
You think this is a damn joke? Don't make me sentence you to a panting!
To a what?
What? What is that?
She's not gonna answer that. Become a Major League ball player.
I know. I'll become a major leaguer.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I will. Just you wait and watch. You'll see what happens. Whatever that means.
We already did that yesterday. No more for a while.
What?
Why not? Come on, just a little bit.
Literally how? I don't know. Go see Gen and Shoma.
In that Somnium earlier, Gen appeared. And Shoma did too.
So Tokiko definitely knows them. And yet...
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Tama, what time is it now?
A little past 1300. We have almost 9 whole hours until the appointed time.
Do you also have 9 persons and 9
Let's talk to
doors?
Gen and Shoma. Where are they now?
Well... I can't track down either of them. Either their phones are out of battery, their GPS is off, or they're somewhere without any signal.
Then we'll have to take a guess. Maybe Shoma is at school.
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
He hasn't been going to school?
It seems not.
Well, I'll get to that later. So then Shoma must be at home. Or...
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too.
At the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Gen is probably at his restaurant, or the warehouse district at the port. He once told me he loves the warehouse district, and that he goes there all the time to look at the sea.
So we have 4 destinations to check. Let's get moving.
Okay then. Let's go to Tama's room.
Hey, what's
God, I
wrong?
did that.
You're burning up.
Please don't speak to me like that.
Life isn't all about money. I know that for sure.
Yeah, but don't tell that to anyone else.
It's a secret. Don't let them know.
Worried about health?
No.
Worried about work?
Sure.
Is it all mental?
I'm unmotivated. I want more energy. I hate it all. No, I hate it all. That's actually not what I meant to click on.
Is that so? You don't like work?
It's not fun. It's tough. It's hard. It's not fun.
That must be rough. Work with a crayfish latched to your head.
Why would I do that?
Make everyone else in the office do it too.
What? How am I supposed to? Why would they agree to this?
Huh? You wanted a more serious response? You expect too much from me.
Well, the option is called life advice.
She'll take your worries way more seriously.
Well, that's not an option right now, so. Oh well. Alright. What's in the bonus thing? Maybe something. Outfits. Mermaid outfit. The cat paws. Dream album. Find 5 hidden eyeballs. Sure, let's grab that one. Great. Cool. Okay, part 2.
Good choice.
Part chapter 2, I'm sorry. Ryuki part chapter 2. Sure, I guess give me both of these. Not that I'll be able to look at them right now, but Aiba, you okay? Probably not. She's usually not. Anyway, that'll actually be all for today. I would go longer, but I'm very tired, so it's not gonna work. But schedule. I need to actually update the schedule because I didn't do that because I wasn't totally sure what we were doing until basically today. But as of right now, I can tell you the schedule. So I'll update it on Discord, but on Sunday, tomorrow, we'll be going right back to this. Should be playing it at a more reasonable time so I have time to play. But that's what we're playing more Somnium Files tomorrow. And then Monday, Monster Hunter Rise. We'll be starting Sunbreak on Monday. That's what we'll do. Which the schedule is going to be weird this week, but yeah. Otherwise it will just be Fridays. I finished today, so I can start Sunbreak. And then Tuesday will be another anniversary stream. We'll be doing something on Tuesday. You'll see. You'll see what we're doing. You'll find out on Tuesday what we're doing. Wednesday will be Somnium Files again. Thursday will be another anniversary stream. And Friday will be Sunbreak again. So, there's your schedule. Would you like me to repeat it? I'm not doing that. So, I hope you heard it the first time. You'll never, ever, ever in your life ever hear it again. And if you come back and you don't know the schedule for the week, I will ban you. I'll ban you and I will not allow you to watch. I'll say, I warned you. I told you. I told you you need to know. Or else get out. And you don't know. So get out. No. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Regarding news, there is actually like nothing. At least when I checked, there was straight up nothing. So unless that's changed in the last couple hours, I don't know, but when I looked, it was just the news was that there is no news. Yeah, nope, nothing new. Okay. Yeah, so, I'm not sure what else there is. You missed all of that? What's going on? Well, you'll find out tomorrow. Nobody tell him. Yeah, I feel like there's like something else I need to say, but not really. More Somnium Files tomorrow. So, you know, look forward to that for now. I'll update the schedule. I'll put the schedule up tomorrow. I don't think I'll do that today, but yeah. In the meantime, you should go to your local I don't know. I can't. I'm not. My brain is not in a state to make jokes that make sense, so I won't attempt it. It's barely in a state to form coherent sentences. So, yeah. Although that's not anything new. That's its default state. Default state is I don't know what I'm doing. I keep forgetting. I keep feeling like there's something I'm forgetting, but I feel like there was something I was going to mention that I had thought about before the stream, but maybe there wasn't. Maybe there wasn't. I don't know. Actually, I just realized what day Monday is. We may or may not be streaming on Monday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Right. Forgot about that. Usually don't stream that day, I don't think. Well, if not, then I'll figure something out. I'll do something. Or do nothing. I'll do a lot of some nothing. That's what I'll do. Why is it so difficult to just like find a thing? Granted, there's nothing in particular I'm looking for. That's fine. Alright, so where is... Okay, yeah, I think I rearranged. No, I didn't rearrange this. I think I thought I did. I thought I rearranged the way these volume bars are positioned, but I don't think I can. That's not helpful. That's not what I want. Okay, don't do that. Maybe I'll figure that out later. Anyway, for now, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow for more Somnium Files, in which things will happen, probably story-wise. Maybe, I don't know. Remember Mizuki was in this game? Don't know what happened to her. Haven't seen her in a while. Granted, these streams have been rather short, so yeah. Hopefully tomorrow's is longer. We'll see what happens. And I'll see you later. Probably tomorrow. That's it. Goodbye.